come up with that dog shit pick. What the fuck were we thinking? What the fuck were you thinking?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Jimnasium. As always, it is me, XFL Jim.
Fucking go!
And as always, I'm joined by the one, the only, is Lil Doggies himself, Chase Lupine Fiasco Cecil. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? It's I feel like I should. You know why I'm calling myself Little Doggies?
Why is that?
Because on the UFL stream earlier this weekend, I showed my little doggies on stream.
You did. Saturday, you showed your little doggies. Cannot be found on YouTube. That video is blocked, and the other video just got completely taken and erased from existence. The Sunday stream off of YouTube. You can only go view them on Twitch.
You can only. How about the tyranny of YouTube, man?
So that's why I prefer what Twitch does, where they just mute the parts that are bad.
Yeah.
And YouTube, we got the ban hammer. I'm in YouTube timeout for a week, and I gotta watch my P's and Q's till like July.
You need to mind them, son.
We flew too close to the sun, Chase. The power hour was too powerful.
It was the power hour specifically why you got brought down, right?
It was the power hour specifically. It gave me the third party dealio. I looked up, so there had another one on there that I hadn't dealt with in like a year, and it was a Jimnasium episode, the Wampin episode, and from like I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Okay.
And that video is just gone, so I don't remember that at all. What
did we do?
So in this, the one that we had literally Sunday this weekend was third party, like affiliate is why we got banned off of that one. That's why we got the strike, because I was playing music videos for the power hour. Can't do that on YouTube. I understand. Won't do it again. Won't happen. They said the other one was for like drug abuse. So I don't know what we were showing during the Wamping season episode. Maybe I'll need to go back and listen to the audio.
That is interesting. I have no idea.
Dude, Chase, so let me look it up on Spotify real quick. But I for the life of me, I just popped up there and I have no idea what caused it. So I don't know. I don't know if you know.
I feel like that's likely my fault if that's the infraction.
I don't understand why it could be.
Yeah, I don't think I was. I don't think during Wampin time I was ever.
Yeah, you weren't. I'm trying to think. Wampin time. Let's see. I got the audio versions pulled up right here. So let's see if I can find. Let's see if I can search just our podcast and search Womp. No, I can't. So I gotta scroll down. But yeah, I don't know what it would have been. The damn power hour fucked us this time. But I'm gonna keep scrolling down until I find Wampin season.
You'll just have to build a generic playlist for the power hour, like a music bakery.
I'm either gonna have to do that, or I'm really just gonna have to like the power hour will exclusively have to be on Twitch or something.
And what will you say to get everyone to follow you over to Twitch?
Hey, gang, we're moving over to Twitch.
Hey, gang.
Hey, gang. Yeah, I forgot how many fucking episodes we've done. Okay, Jimnasium episode 20. Chase, this is episode 29. This was September of 2021.
Oh, wow.
So what the fuck did we get? Here's the description. XFL Jim and Chase Lupine Fiasco Sesums get together and break down the insane. Oh, it's because we were pushing nitro betting.
Okay.
We were pushing a third party off platform like crypto betting site. And that's against YouTube's policies.
Okay.
That's why.
That's why then. Okay.
That's why.
That
Shout out
makes
fucking BTV and Nitro Betting for fucking us over then.
Yeah, thanks. Way to go, guys.
Dude, 2021, huh? You remember 2021 and how different that was pre-eclipse.
Yeah. Yeah. That happened at a time in my life. That was before I'd been in the totality of a eclipse.
That was pre-totes.
How are the stuff shades sitting on you? How do you like them?
I'm digging them. They really go with the chains.
A little bit.
Did you view the eclipse through those?
No, I would be so blind. These offer 0 UV protection. There was a big thing on the box. It was like, these do nothing. 0 UV protection.
So I thought it would be pertinent to talk about what we got banned doing, like during what we were doing while we got banned. We watched the UFL. We've been live streaming all the UFL games, so we could go through these games real quick. Like Roughnecks Panthers 134-20 today. Battlehawks Brahmas, Battlehawks 131-24, which was disgusting. And then earlier, Defenders beat Renegades 29-28, and Stallions crushed the Showboats 33-14. What would you like to talk about in the matchups from the UFL? Because I can't do my regular recap this week. I got to figure out something else.
Okay, man. Well, I think the first thing to talk about is the banger comeback mechanics of this league lead to another instant classic with a 4th and a 12 and a 2-score swing at the end of a game. And it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome to watch. I love this league for this reason.
2 weeks in a row now we had it. We had it last week with San Antonio versus Memphis. This week we had it with DC versus Arlington. The Texas teams could not catch a break this week. Texas went 0-3 against everyone else.
That's rough. That's rough for them.
The Renegades the Renegades in particular, for the last 2 weeks have been up with 5 minutes left to go in the game. Both games and lose in just heartbreaking fashion.
Still managed to take an L. Yeah, it was a good weekend, and there were 2 kind of blowout games a little bit, but I mean, otherwise it was still a pretty good weekend in terms of the football that we saw. The football that we saw was excellent. I don't know if the kicking games can get any better than they currently are in the UFL.
I think, especially as far as spring football is concerned, this is the top of kicking wheel. This is the league for kickers. They're all top tier. Because I remember in 2020, Taylor Russolino was the best kicker in the XFL, hands down, bar none. He's a mid-tier guy in the UFL.
Yeah, that's true.
This league the kickers are so good. They don't miss, and they're hitting from crazy distances.
Yeah, man. Outdoors too, right? Or was the one that one was in Michigan, wasn't it?
So the long one was in Michigan. The other one, though, I believe was in Memphis, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's outdoor. I think he hit a big one in the Libibity Bowl.
A Libibity banger there. Yeah.
And also the narratives, as week 3 usually does, the narratives are getting set up. Can anyone stop Birmingham? The XFL is chaos with a 3-way tie for first. And can, Arlington and Houston save their season?
All right, let's talk about that first one. Can anyone stop Birmingham? No.
Maybe. So
no, I don't think anyone can stop Birmingham. They're so fucking good, Jim.
3 games, 3 easy wins for Birmingham, but they have played, this is what we assume was their best competition. Honestly, looking back, last week when they played Michigan might be their best competition. They played Arlington, Michigan, and Memphis. I am looking forward to seeing what they do against a team like St. Louis, or they play DC this week. Honestly, I'm tired of fading them. I think they just roll DC.
Yeah. This team has given me absolutely
seen it for 3 years now.
No indication that anybody is going to beat them.
That defense alone can carry them to a championship game.
That defense alone, I agree. If the defense could lead the Pittsburgh Maulers to a championship game last year, the defense alone can take that team to a championship game. And they've thumped everybody. It's not even fair the way it looks, quite honestly. Whoever is coordinating their defense might deserve like a big coaching job somewhere.
So Chase, if we just look at this right here, we're gonna be bad stats people real quick,
Okay.
and look at
Let's
total
go.
offense, which is
Okay.
usually a bad stat, right?
Yeah, right.
Number one total offense. Who do you think's number one?
Memphis.
It's the Birmingham Stallions.
Yeah, of course.
Number one defense.
That's definitely the Birmingham Stallions.
It's not. Surprisingly, it's not. It depends how you do it, I guess. So like they have the same amount. DC has way more tackles. They have the same amount of solo tackles. Tackle for loss yards. Birmingham eats that one. Also, they lead the league in sacks. I don't know how DC is ranked ahead of them at all.
Okay.
Maybe just total tackles is how they did it. Because guess what? Birmingham, here, the next closest for sacks is fucking San Antonio with 7. Birmingham has 17 sacks in 3 games for 103 yards of like loss.
That's absurd, dude. Absolutely absurd.
Insane. 3 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles. The defense is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They're absolutely loaded, man. Like, they didn't lose anybody, it seems, from you know how all these other teams kind of like lost somebody and they kind of had some like changeover. It seems like that team like didn't lose anybody. They have like their core in place, and they're just gonna continue to just put it in people's hiney holes the entire fucking season.
I'm excited to see how their defense and DC's defense kind of match up versus each other's offenses. Obviously, Birmingham's offense is way better than DC.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to pretend otherwise. But
Adrian Martinez looked pretty good last night.
Yeah.
Pretty good. He had his one Adrian Martinez moment, but he looked pretty good.
Also lead the league in points, by the way, Birmingham.
Yeah.
And it's not particularly close. Who do you think is second in points, by the way?
Who I think are second in points?
You're not going to get it.
Is it Houston?
It is Arlington.
Arlington, okay.
It is the Renegades.
I tried to think of the least likely team because you said I wasn't going to get it.
A lot of that, I think, is last week in their shootout with St. Louis.
That's fair.
Like, that was a crazy shootout.
Yeah.
Also, I believe, so they still don't have, like, the games played today in these total stats.
Yeah.
But, like, St. Louis will climb that. No one is touching them. It's not fair.
It's not fair at all. They are. I don't know. I don't know how I spent like 2 years fading this team, and I think finally this third year that I'm finally okay, just sitting back and being like, you know what? They're really good. They're really, really good.
They're really, really good. As for the second question, chaos in the XFL division. Who are the 2 teams we think kind of raise themselves up from the others? So we have a 3-way tie with St. Louis, San Antonio, and DC, with the Renegades faltering. Like, they're 2 games behind at this point.
I think St. Louis and San Antonio.
I think it's probably those 2.
I mean, we're kind of fading a scrappy defenders team that just like at the detriment of health because they had so many injuries. They were not deep this weekend. Like, we had them scrap out a victory. Like,
which is big.
Yeah, which is real big. And I'm not sure if it was so much them blowing it or them getting it done or like the Renegades blowing it.
Probably a little both, I would think.
A little bit of both, yeah. But I think this DC might be a little bit better than everyone's giving them credit for.
I do think the way Dr. Heat dials up this defense, it's going to bite him in the butt against some of these teams.
Yeah, it will be a team like it will be.
I mean, they play Birmingham this week.
Yeah, it'll be. I wonder. Oh man, Matt Corral is just going to just run it up the middle the entire time.
Will it be Matt Corral, or will they actually keep Martinez in there?
Martinez didn't look bad. That's the messed up part.
That is the super fucked up part.
He even got that doink touchdown off that dude's helmet. That's how you knew that they were not going to win that game.
Do you want the updated futures?
Yeah, let's hear him.
Roughnecks plus 3,500. Renegades
Okay.
plus 2,200. Showboats plus 1,100. Panthers plus 950. Brahmas plus 600. Defenders plus 450. Battlehawks plus 300. And Stallions plus 155.
I'm not gonna even bullshit you right now, Jim. I think there's value in the Stallions at plus 155.
They'll lose one game. They will lose one game, and you'll be able to get them for better money.
Do you think?
They've lost at least one game every year, Chase.
I know, but do you think you'll get better money? Like, how much better do you think you'll get? Like, they would have to lose multiple games, I think, for them.
No, it depends who they lose to. It depends how good the other teams start looking. I bet if they lose, I mean, obviously, if they lose this week, you'll get better money. But
Yeah.
let's look at their schedule real quick. The Birmingham Stallions schedule. So week 4, they play DC. It's at home. But then they play at Houston. So like they always trip up against these kinds of teams. Like I could very easily see them losing at Houston because remember they always had trouble with the gamblers.
That's a good point. That is a very good point.
At Houston, week 5, that's one to circle. Then it's at Memphis, and then it's St. Louis in Birmingham, and then Houston again, San Antonio, and they end with Michigan. I'm going to circle the at Houston game in 2 weeks.
As just their
That's going to be their
spot.
loss. The only other potential losses I see are St. Louis and San Antonio, just because those are the offenses that I feel like could keep up with them and might be able to do something against that defense.
Yeah. Yeah,
Week 10
that's
versus
fair.
Michigan, I think both of those teams will probably have a good idea of who's going to the playoffs by week 10 in the USFL division at least.
I think it'll probably be pretty well sewed up there.
It's Birmingham and either Michigan or Memphis.
Right. And right now it looks more like Michigan.
It does, but like the Showboats could get their act cleaned up. They'll have to play each other again because everyone plays everyone in your division twice.
Right.
So you have a chance to redeem yourself. So a lot can happen between now and the Panthers. I don't know when the Panthers will end up playing them. But for now, week 3, the next week we're looking for, I always say in these spring leagues, is week 5. That's when stuff gets shaken up. That's when chaos happens. That's when you have the pre-week 5 and post-week 5 season. Week 5 is always the crazy week. Always.
There you go. So my mic was unplugged for some reason.
It still sounds unplugged.
Does it?
Yeah, I think maybe your actual mic got unplugged somewhere. Because now it sounds like you're just talking through like your computer.
Huh. That's interesting.
That's crazy. But I was saying, the important weeks for spring football are week 1, week 3, week 5. Those are the big ones.
Is this better?
That sounds way better.
Okay, there we go.
Because week 3, teams start to establish themselves. They start to separate. Week 5 is when the chaos happens.
I seem to remember you calling this like last year. I mean, be like, "Yeah, that's cute, Jim. Yeah, we'll see if that happens." And then you were right, and it did happen.
Chase, I have spring football ingrained into my fucking brain
I know.
stem.
I don't need to, and I think that's back here, buddy. Like in you were like
my brain stem's right here. Mine's here. I go like this. You want to hear the attendance numbers for this week?
Yeah, let's hear him.
First off, the games were in Arlington, Birmingham, Michigan, so Detroit and San Antonio. Who do you think lost? Who do you think had the worst attendance?
Give me the list again.
Arlington, Birmingham, Detroit, so Michigan and San Antonio.
I'm gonna say Michigan.
Correct. Michigan had an attendance of 6,952. Michigan is, I believe, the only team that has had less. Like they're not the only one, but they've had less people every week.
And they're winning.
Yeah, they just won.
Yeah.
I do believe it might have something to do with how they've scheduled it. From what I've heard from people in Detroit, they did a pretty bad job of marketing. And also, there's hockey going on, playoff hockey, like playoff implication hockey,
right?
Baseball. There's a lot going on. So I'm not going to do too much to Michigan. Who do you think won?
Who do I think won?
Who do you think had the most attendance this weekend?
I'm gonna go San Antonio.
They no, close. San Antonio had 11,790. Birmingham comes in with the win of
I'm sorry.
12,265.
That should have been my guess. Yeah.
With
They even though they only fill half that stadium, they pack it in.
They clear the USFL division. San Antonio a little bit better. They need to kind of pull their weight a little bit more. I expect more out of San Antonio. So far, the two leaders are DC and St. Louis.
That makes sense. They both have the biggest venues too.
No, DC has like the smallest venue. DC's only 15,000. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Audi Field only holds 15,000, but it looks. I think Audi Field holds 20,000 actually. But when you pack 15,000 into that stadium, it looks so super full.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it really does.
So I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with the games. I'm happy with the way the league is going. If you're just tangentially or like just brushing over it, pay attention to week 5. Pay attention. Week 5 is an important week in spring football. I don't know why, it just is.
I agree.
It always is.
I'm plugged in. I'll see. It will be when I call my big upsets. My big money line dogs will be week 5.
Speaking of stuff like that, Chase, let's call our shot right now. Just wins or losses. Who do you think wins these games? Showboats versus Battlehawks.
Ooh,
it's in St. Louis.
Probably the Battlehawks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Battlehawks there.
Yeah.
Defenders versus Stallions. I'm going Stallies.
I think that's a Stally victory there.
Interesting one based off of this last week's performance. Panthers at Brahmas.
Ooh. I probably give it to the Brahmas. I think the Brahmas are pretty well coached, even though AJ's calls didn't quite make sense at the end of the game.
I don't understand with how good the play calling was in week 1 and how they've gotten so bad. They've gotten worse each week in play calling, it feels like.
People have seen it now. They have to do new stuff, you know?
Well, they keep trying to force the run. A lot of these teams, like Arlington does it too. Houston, like they force the run when they're not good at running the ball.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very much a pass-driven league.
And, like, San Antonio in particular, they have one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Trust him.
True.
I'm also leaning Brahmas there, too, though. I think that's a really good game. And then Renegades versus Roughnecks. Someone's got to win. I favor the Renegades.
I think it's the Renegades as well. Houston, it's very much a good battle for who is the worst team in the league with Houston and Arlington right now.
The thing with Arlington, though, is they've been ahead and just tripped up. Houston has been trailing in like every game. They've looked really bad. And this is a testament to the UFL when we're saying Houston looks really bad. When they really haven't too often got blown out.
That's true. Outside of today.
XFL, I'm going to look up XFL 2023 schedule and see what we were saying in week 4. Like, what was week 4 in that? Let's see. Schedule. So, week 4, the matchup. So, we had just done week 3. XFL 2023, week 3. Here were the scores. Ooh. Seattle Sea Dragons beat Vegas on Saturday. And then DC 34, St. Louis 28. Arlington 10, Orlando 9 is a snooze fest.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
And then Roughnecks 22, Brahmas 13.
I seem to remember these games. Yeah.
USFL 2023 schedule. Let's see what the USFL looked like on week 3. See if there are any blowouts. Come on. There we go. 2023 USFL season. Let's see if there were blowouts, baby. Week 3. Breakers 45, Stallions 31. Oh, so the Breakers did beat the Stallions once.
Yeah, they did. Damn right. Tried to tell you.
The Generals beat the Panthers 28-13.
Yikes.
God, remember how bad the fucking Stars and Generals were last year?
Yeah, I do.
The 2 best teams became the 2 worst teams.
Yep.
We should eventually like rank all of the spring football teams from best to worst.
Just from that existed in 2023 too.
I think that were like 2022. I'd include 2022, 2023, and now the UFL when they finish their season. We should only include full seasons because it's hard to extrapolate from like 2020 XFL.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. Because you had championship runs and stuff.
Yeah, you only had like 5 weeks, and like I said, week 5 got crazy. Even in 2020, week 5 was crazy.
So basically, we get to talk about which Stallions teams was the best Stallions.
Stallions are probably the best one. I'd probably say 23 Stallions might be the best one.
Yeah, that's when they started really just
like Magoo was a really good quarterback in these leagues.
Clown Shoe Magoo.
Like Clown Shoe Magoo was fucking good. Other news this week, Chase. I guess like we had a basketball championship like a week ago from Monday.
Oh, that's right. It's because we did a live stream, so we didn't. Well, and also there was my life changed that day too.
I dented this door because we didn't hit my my points prop in the second half.
Yeah.
My team total for UConn. It was. I mean, shout out UConn.
Kind of forgot I asked you to do that. That's my bad. That's on me.
Shout out UConn. Shout out you guys getting Calipari.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's. I'm not. I think I'm the only person who's not jacked about this, dude. I'm just like, okay.
I think this is a wait and see deal.
We'll see.
He could be good. I mean, he'll recruit like gangbusters.
Well, we'll see.
Do you think is it more likely you miss the tournament or make the Sweet 16?
I think we'll see. We'll see.
Chase, how happy will you be if theoretically you not only make the tournament but make a decent run and Kentucky misses the tournament this year?
Jim, we'll see.
We'll see. We will see.
We'll see. We'll see.
In other news this week involving football, the juice is gone. The juice has been loosed up into heaven or hell, whatever you might believe.
Whatever your thoughts are.
OJ is dead, Chase.
OJ's gone, Cheerin.
Say what you want about OJ Simpson. He was a way better football player than person. You can't take that away from him.
No, you can't. You can't take that away.
2,000 yards in 14 games, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is absolutely insane. On the other hand,
double homicide
and a lot of domestic abuse. Some real gnarly stuff.
Yeah, not way better football player than person.
Way better football player than person.
Honestly, also a way better actor than person too. Shout out Naked Gun. Chase, you're muted. It happened again. It happened again.
Did it happen again?
It did happen again.
All right.
It definitely happened again.
I think I twiddled with the cord on accident.
You definitely did.
I'm just playing with things like a cat right now.
Chase is levitating currently.
Yes. Yeah. I get lifted.
Finding that like click and just staying in the zone is one of the best feelings.
It's currently where I am, Jim.
We should do a show one week where I'm just like, damn, I'm super drunk, and you're just like, you're on cloud 9.
Just irrationally, just gone.
Yeah, we're both just irrationally inebriated through different vices.
Irrationally altered. I like it. I think we do it. Where do we do it? I think we have to be.
We should be together.
For it. Yeah, we should
be together. Do you want to do it for the UFL championship weekend?
Do we do it in Kansas City, Missouri?
Do we do it in Kansas City? Or do we go to the championship game and just do it in St. Louis that weekend?
That's a good question. St. Louis sure is murdery.
Yeah, but if we stay at the hotel, we'd be fine.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If we only stay at the hotel and then go to the game, we should be fine.
Yeah. And then to the dispensary because we're in Missouri.
Chase, you have to go to the dispensary.
Yeah, that's how we do trips.
Yeah, that's like our first stop at the. That has been our first stop on every trip we've gone together.
Yeah. As it should be.
As it should be.
For now and ever shall be.
Any other news or anything you want to talk about, or else we can make this a quick one?
I got nothing. I'm just digging your vibe right now, sir. That's all.
Vibes are high. Won't be posting anything on YouTube this week.
No.
If you want to support, follow me on Twitter at XFLGym. Honestly, if you really want to support, watch on Twitch so that we can become affiliated and start like actually having fun stuff on Twitch.
Wait, are we on the Shady Sports Network YouTube currently?
We're also on the Shady Sports Network YouTube.
Did you get their stuff taken down?
No.
Oh no, you didn't.
When I do the live streams, it's only my stuff. I don't fuck with anybody else's stuff.
Very selective. That makes sense.
I don't fuck with anybody else's stuff except my own.
That's a good idea. That is a very good idea.
I'm very what's the word? It's I guess particular, but also I would feel like if we have Eric's, we have Etoff21 Sports YouTube on here. If I got Eric's YouTube taken down, I would feel so bad.
That would be pretty terrible.
I'd feel so shitty.
That would be pretty.
He works so hard.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. All I'm gonna say is just I've enjoyed this weekend of.
This was a very fun weekend.
It was a good weekend of streaming.
Flew too close to the sun, but it was. I say it was worth it.
Flew too close to the sun, but really, like we pushed the boundaries of what you can get away with. It
was a very fun time.
It was a fun time.
All right, folks. We'll wrap this one up. We love you guys. We'll see you next time for another fun